Hi there, welcome to this short video all about strengthening the core of your body. So the core is this central girdle, abdomen, sides of the waist and the back, the lower back. And it's an area that can sort of get a little bit loose as we get older. It's where sort of fatty deposits settle. And it's a great thing to do for your overall health to try and keep it strong. This not only helps you to stand up straight, stand up tall, lifts the rib cage and helps your breathing, your heart, but also there's other complications that can go on, as I'm sure we're all aware, when we can get a bit overweight. So to start with, just in a seated position, so if you're in a chair that's fine, or in a seated position on the floor, kneeling like me, or cross-legged, or with the legs straight out, we'll just focus our awareness and just try and get in tune with these muscles. So you can have your hands just on your hips or on your abdomen, and we'll work the abdominal breath. So this is where we breathe in and try and visualize the air coming down into this abdominal area. So just tuning in with your breath, relaxing the abdomen, and then as you exhale, see if you can just squeeze. Imagine that you're wearing a sort of girdle or a corset and it's being drawn in. And then breathing in and relaxing, letting everything go. And then exhale. So you can squeeze everything in again. See if you can notice the abdominal muscles at the front, the sides of the waist and the back, just drawing in slightly as well. And then breathing in and relaxing again. Let's do a couple more. It's a bit like wearing a great big belt. Just imagine that you're tightening that as you exhale. And then release. All right, so we've got this idea, we've got the focus of where the muscles that we want to work. And we're going to lie down on the back of the body and raise the legs and move the legs using these muscles, these core muscles. There's 3 different exercises, starting easy, get a little bit more stronger as we move through. And what I want you to really focus on is getting the engagement of the muscles, so squeezing those muscles, noticing that they're working. And if you notice that you're straining, then I want you to stop. I don't want you to go into straining. A lot of people suffer with backache, and this is because the muscles are a little bit weaker in the core area. And if you're one of these people, then you don't want to be overdoing the exercises to begin with. Use the first ones, the first set of exercises, which is going to be like cycling on the ceiling, and continue to work with those. Repeat those until you feel a little bit stronger, and then move on to the next exercise. So strain or any kind of discomfort isn't going to help you to strengthen your muscles. It's just going to cause complications. So let's come down onto the back of the body. So a good way of doing this so that we don't hurt ourselves, just coming onto the side and then resting on the back, and try throughout to keep the shoulders and arms, the face, all nice and soft and relaxed. We don't want to, be tensing those muscles. When we keep the upper body, chest and face relaxed, and the air flows nice and freely, and it's important strengthening the muscles that we've got a good flow of oxygen, and that we can use that then as the building block of the cells to help strengthen the muscles. Okay, so we're going to focus, we're in the semi-supine position with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, arms sort of a little bit away from the sides. And we're stretching the right leg away first of all. So the first exercise, as I say, is cycling. We're going to draw the knee over the body as we exhale, and then stretch the foot up to the ceiling and lower the leg down as we inhale. Exhaling, knee over the body. And inhaling, foot towards the ceiling, and then lowering down. Just doing 5 repetitions. So that's 4, and this is the last one. And then back to semi-supine, stretching the left leg out. Breathing in. And exhaling. Knee over chest. Inhale, push that flexed foot up to the ceiling if we can. This is 4. And 5. And back into semi-supine. So just keeping that focus on this area, just making sure no straining going on. If you're straining, then keep the knee a little bit bent. Just don't take the leg in such a great range of movement. Let's reverse that cycle now. So stretch the right leg away. We're breathing in, raising the straight leg. And then exhaling as we bend the knee. And then push that heel, not quite along the floor, but just straighten the leg out. Try and keep the heel off the mat. Breathing in, raising up. And exhaling, pushing away. This is 4. And 5. Okay. Left leg, stretch out to begin with. Breathing in, raising up the straight leg. And then breathing out, bend the knee, and then push that heel along, following the floor. Keep the breath nice and easy and smooth. This is 4. And 5. Brilliant. Okay, back to semi-supine. Just noticing again how we're feeling. Make sure there's no twinges in the back. If you've got any twinges in the back, then just rest. Maybe draw the knees over the body, like so. If you are feeling any twinges, then I would recommend just trying to stick with that exercise and seeing if that's going to help strengthen your core muscles before moving on into the next movement. So the next movement is going to be twisting. It's going to have the knees starting over the chest and arms a little bit further away from the sides of the body. This is the in-breath here. And as we breathe out, just taking the knees over to the right side. Don't take them down to the floor, just go as far as feels comfortable, using your core muscles. And then breathing in and coming back to the centre. Exhale. Over to the left. And then breathing in and coming back to the centre. So always work gently, particularly if you haven't done any exercise for a while. Even if you're feeling no twinges, just work subtly until you're familiar with the movement and you can feel that movement and the muscles working, and then maybe sort of go a little bit further so that you can really, focus on that engagement that I talked about at the beginning. Inhale into the centre and exhaling smoothly over to the side. The movement is smooth and fairly slow, and this is what makes the muscles work. So I'm aiming to do 10, but I think I've lost count now. So if you're working on your own, then maybe you could, you know, when you've got this ideas of the video, then you don't need to watch the video. The idea really is that you work these exercises regularly on a daily basis. That's what's going to build the strength in your muscles. So you're doing it once, you know, high days and holidays doesn't really, well, it won't strengthen your muscles. Muscles strengthen as a response to being used. And if you only use them once a year, they're not really going to strengthen, are they? So every day, last time, then let's come back to semi-supine. So you will move around a little bit. I've got to write down the map. And just resting, and again, focusing on this core area. Just noticing if that's doing what it's supposed to do. A few nice deep breaths. And then we'll come on to the final exercise, which is the scissors exercise. This is the strongest exercise that we're going to do today. We do other exercises in yoga that are more powerful, but these are good ones just to build up some muscles, good for home practice. So bring the knees over the chest to start with, and get nice and comfortable through the sort of lower back, and then we're straightening both legs up towards the ceiling. Point the feet and have the arms again a little bit away from the sides of the body. So the scissors action is to breathe in and take the feet apart, and then breathe out and cross the legs over, right over left, squeeze. Breathe in, take the legs apart, point the toes, and breathe out, cross the legs over, left over right this time, squeeze. Can you feel your tummy muscles working? Breathing in, opening wide, and breathing out, crossing over, squeeze. Breathing in, opening wide. Breathing out, crossing over. So if you find that your knees are bent, if you find this is difficult and straining your tummy muscles, straining your legs, straining your backs, please revert back to the previous two exercises. Remember, if you strain, you're only going to cause complications, you're going to cause yourself an injury. If it's feeling comfortable for you, then carry on. As I say, I'd recommend about 10 repetitions, but I've probably lost count now in doing my demonstration. Just getting a little bit wider and a little bit more across each repetition that you do. Let's just do 2 more. That's brilliant. And then bend the knees. And give yourself a little hug. Maybe take the knees in a circle, just easing out the lower back. Reverse in the circle. And then if you're comfortable, you can just swing yourself up to a seated, or better if you've got any problems with your back, to roll onto one side and use your hands to push up. Okay, so that's it. As I say, regular practice is best every day, 3 times a week. See what you can do. And I hope that's been good for you. If you've got any problems, then you can always get in touch with me on my website, do-yoga.co.uk. Sign up for the YouTube channel, and then you'll be the first to know whenever there's a new video released.